Hello, hello. So this is the August class for Patreons, but you may be seeing this in the VIP as well, in 5D VIP, that is. Okay, so let's have a look. What we're going to do today is I'm going to teach a technique. It's kind of like teaching, but it's also you doing a bit of both. Past life recall. So I don't know if anybody watching this has ever had a past life done. This isn't hypnosis. I'm not a hypnotist. So this is done through psychic ability and from intuition and, spirit guides. So your spirit guides work with the person's spirit guides if you're doing this for someone else. Obviously, if you're doing this for yourself, then just take a seat back and listen. Okay, but I'm going to teach you kind of the different, ups and downs and do's and don'ts of past life recall. Okay, so now if you are going to take your client into a deep kind of, meditation or session, then you would I wouldn't suggest that at all. This is very light-hearted. It is kind of a visualization, and it isn't anything that can damage a person's psychologically or anything like that. So what is the point of past life recall? Sometimes it gives you the answers to why you are in this life at the moment. What is your life purpose? Sometimes it is, why are you kind of the way you are? Is there certain things about you that get triggered and that you don't like and you don't understand? Well, this can definitely help to find out those. The other thing is sometimes you've got people in your family and in your friendship circle that make sense that you have had past lives with them. And sometimes you can see these people or sense that, the person in your past life that you're connecting with is actually, somebody that you knew. Okay, so it's quite an exciting thing. So I wouldn't suggest that you do past life recall a lot in your life. I feel that every now and again it's nice to touch base and to have a look. So although I was contemplating whether or not this is a meditation or whether this is a class, and it's difficult to say, it's a little of both. So this is why I thought this month a past life recall would be quite good. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you as if you are talking to somebody that you are going to help give them a past life recall, and then it will swap over to you experiencing the procedure. Okay, so I would suggest that you get yourself a candle and you light a candle. I should do that as well, shouldn't I? Which I will do. All right, where is my candle? I've had to wait and wait and wait because the cats were on a Zoomie. They were doing Zoomies. So it's like, okay, well, that's not good if I'm trying to teach past life recall, is it? We've got cats bombing about all over the place. Okay, so if you are about to talk somebody through a past life recall, there are a few things that you would need to ask them so that you know what you're dealing with. Okay, and obviously, if this is just you, then ask yourself these questions. First of all, and I'm going to ask it and you just answer. Okay, so do you have any phobias? Spiders, heights, snakes, maybe silly things. Okay, do you have any phobias? And the chances of this coming up in your past life recall is very high, because there may be that certain things from your past life that trigger in this life. It's very good to do past life recall and then do a cord cutting as well. So I will add a little bit of the cord cutting on as well, because there's certain phobias that we bring into this life, and fears and things like that, that we don't need. We don't need to drag them with us into this life. Okay. Yeah, so you are going to be with your client right the way through the procedure. So what they see, you will probably see as you're linking in. Okay, so we're going to put you into a bubble. Okay, this bubble is your protection, and it's full of love energy. So we're going to talk this through step by step in a moment. I'm just saying this is the talking before the procedure. Okay, so this bubble will keep you safe. You will stay inside this bubble at all times, and you're going to float above the what you're seeing, the scene. The reason why that is the best way is because you don't want to step outside the bubble and experience these things, because sometimes you may feel it, you may feel what you're, what's going on, the fear and the adrenaline, all that. When actually, if you put yourself in a bubble and you're just describing what is actually happening to yourself, that is, it takes that kind of energy away, and it is very much safer, okay, to do that energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay, so so you will be above in the bubble. And I always say to a client, you need to make sure that you listen to my voice. And even if you don't feel that you should need to step inside that bubble, if I'm saying, please keep inside that bubble or step inside, you're needing to listen to my voice, or you're going to explain to your client, make sure that they listen to your voice, because your intuition, you may feel something that they don't know. Okay, so say if they're getting anxious or upset, okay, the chances are they've stepped outside the bubble and they need to kind of get back in it. Okay, so it's very important. And also, so that your client doesn't go too deep, they need to listen to your instructions, so that they don't go off onto a deep tangent. Okay, not a good idea. So if you can see your client doing that, it's better to bring them back a little bit. Okay, maybe talk to them directly. Okay, I always, when I'm doing this face to face, I would always have a blanket ready, because when somebody is going into this recall, I would lay them on a sofa, and the chances are the body, when you've been in a sleep or whatever, or still, your body can get cold. And so I always put them underneath a blanket, and this gives them that feeling of security as well. Okay, so when you're in this bubble, I will then take you, and we'll talk you down to from 10 down to 1. Okay, because we're going backwards and backwards and backwards in time. Okay, and then when you get to 1, you would then be looking down at your feet, and they would be explaining whether or not you've got bare feet, whether you've got children's feet, adult feet, describe that first of all, and then see if you can just look up your body and see what clothes you're wearing, what sort of material there is. Okay, just look at the way that clothing is held together. That will give you also an idea of just give you an idea of sometimes the era. The worst thing you can do is to ask, what date is it? Because as soon as you do that and you ask that, it's like direct question, what it does is it can click that person out of it, out of their recall state of mind. Okay. And also explain that it may not make any sense. The dates might not add up to you as far as you know from the history books. And don't worry about that. Sometimes there are timelines that overlap. And so sometimes it doesn't make sense, but later on you can explain that afterwards. Okay, so it's important to know that what the person is seeing whilst they're in their bubble is already happened. Okay, it's in the past. So although you may be witnessing, we do need to witness the passing in that life. It's already happened, and so you don't need to feel all of that. Okay. So first of all, ask them if they've got any practical things, fears of steps or lifts or heights or anything like that. Okay, because that will then determine how you're going to step them down. Okay, so it could be steps, okay, and they could be very gentle steps leading down, okay, or it could be a lift if you want it to be more modern. So you press the 1 and you can see the lift going down 10, 9, 8, you see, or you can do on a meditation, a nice meditation, and you can see a clearing. And so there's lots of different ways. So, and that can be yours personally, what you feel is good for you and what's good for your client. Okay, so I tend to take them to a beautiful scene. Usually it's lots of wildflowers. I love wildflowers when I'm doing anything like this. And the nature and the countryside is always a good idea. And let the person know that when they go into past life, it's never going to be a battle scene straight away. It's not going to be usually with anybody around you. Usually it starts off with just you on your own, okay, just getting to know who you are. Okay, your guides will be careful to do that. Okay, so it won't be anything like that. Okay, so yeah, you in a clearing, and then I would then count them down. Sometimes it's been a bridge. Today we're going to be doing a bridge. Okay, so let them know that they will be experiencing their death, and this is how we understand what that lifetime was about. Okay, it's important to do that. Okay, are you ready? So this is you've got all of that, so you know if they've got any phobias. So say if something comes up in their past life about spiders or snakes or something like that, to make sure, double check that person is in that bubble. Okay, it's okay, you're safe, you're secure. This is just a memory, but this may answer why you have had these feelings, why this has been. And so just to explain itself, it's like you're taking control of their experience so that they don't have to feel panicked. Okay, so it's a very kind of nurturing thing that you're doing. Okay, let's get started, shall we? All right, so this is where I'm just going to speak to you, okay, now, and you can sit back and actually enjoy the procedure. Okay, so I want you to sit in a nice, comfortable chair, or you can be in a recliner. If you lay down, then make sure that you're not tired before you do this technique. Okay, make sure that you're wearing loose clothing, nothing tight and anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Make sure that the room temperature is okay. and that you're not going to be disturbed. So put your phone on silent and think to yourself, I'm not going to have my shopping delivered. There's nobody coming round, that sort of thing. Just double check all of those things in your mind. So once you are, you've got your space ready, you've lit your candle, we then go through a process of cleansing the area that you are in. And I do this usually with meditations as well. Okay, so close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and sigh out loud. Feel your shoulders relax, and then do this another few times. And as you do this, you can feel the tension in your shoulders start to relax. I want you to visualize a beautiful golden light coming down from the heavens, down into the center of the room that you're in. And now swirl that around like a vortex of energy that's getting larger and larger and larger. And as this spins quickly, it's taking out anything that has been negative energy. That could be from fear, anxiety, arguing, anything like that is all coming out of the walls that you are sitting in, and also yourself. So any anxiety also gets blended into this tornado energy, and it's then basically sucked in and then out, and it then is dissolved there. So you can see the golden light now coming out and up, and you thank them for that process. Okay, you are now cleansed and clear. Visualize yourself in a bubble. This bubble represents your protection. It's also a vessel for you to travel in. Remember to listen to my voice and try to stay inside of your bubble. There'll be times that I'll feel that you may be too experiencing, the pain or the energy, and I would ask you to gently step back into the bubble and lift yourself up. This makes it a secondary thing, so you're looking at a story rather than you being part of that story. So now that you are safe in your bubble, we're ready to go on a journey. You will be safe at all times inside your bubble. You're not bringing through anything that you don't want. This is all a memory that they need you to know about. Okay, your spirit guides and loved ones will show you something that is going to make sense to you in this life. So it's a beautiful summer's day. The sun is shining. You're in very loose fitting clothes. It's a slight breeze, and you're walking along between the tall grass. There's a pathway. You spread your arms out wide, and you can gently feel the wildflowers either side of you. Notice the colours, gentle, tiny little flowers of blue and white and yellow and pink. You're seeing bees buzzing around the flowers, minding their own business and ignoring you completely, doing what they need to do. Birds are flying overhead. As you're walking along, you feel absolutely carefree. As you're looking in front of you, you will now see that there is a wooded area to the side of you. I want you to just casually walk towards that woodland. So inside the woodland, just inside, you're following this most magnificent deer. It may even be a stag, very tall and very proud, with their antlers big and proud there. So you're walking in and you're following this deer. And as you're walking in, you can then see a clearing. This is maybe what you consider to be a fairy circle or somewhere very magical. This magical energy you can feel buzzing around you. The energy inside you is excitement, and you are ready to go. So as you walk further into the woods, you're seeing a slope down. I feel that we need a slope and not a bridge today. So this is a slope. Very, very wide. Very easy to walk down. And you're standing at the top of this slope for now. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to walk down. This is where I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And you will feel the energy building as you do that. And then when I say 1, you will then feel an energy boost as you step into your past life. And that's when I will ask you to look down at your feet. So are we ready? You are standing there with your spirit guides, your loved ones. You are standing there with your guardian angel. My energy is also with you as we go on this journey all together. Start to walk down now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, feeling this way deeper and deeper. 5, 4, deeper still. 3, 2, nearly there. And 1. So you're now at the bottom of the steps, but you're now in your past life. This will be a tranquil scene. If it is dark, then there is a lantern. If you feel your way, there's a lantern on a table in front of you. And there are matches there. So you can feel your way and you can light a lantern should you wish to. So you might be in the open air, you may be in a room. That bit doesn't matter. It's just a starting point for your journey. So look down at your feet. You may see it or you may be told the information in your mind. Either way is correct for you. So when I ask you a question, you may just know the answer and not necessarily see it, but I'm asking you to leave your logic behind. Trust. Are they small feet? Big feet? Do you have shoes on? Try in your mind to concentrate on how those shoes look. Are they modern? Are they very old? Are they barefoot? This may tell you a little bit about your age. Not exactly, but you're a child, teenager, mum or a dad, that sort of age. Which are you? Male or female? Start looking up your body. What are you wearing? Are you in a dress? Is it a long dress? Are you in trousers? Pants? What are you wearing? Try and take as much notice as you can. Visualize it in your mind if you're not seeing it. Trust, trust, trust. See if you can feel your face. Do you have any facial hair? Now look around you. Do you see anybody around you? Usually that statement is no, but yours might be unique and different to you. Now we're going to walk along a path now. So see the pathway opening up for you. And you're now going to walk along the path. And this pathway is going to lead to where you spend most days of your life. Visualize yourself in that bubble as we are walking along. You're now in the area that you spend your time. Lots of people that you know are in this area. People you live with, people that you know, just people around you. Just take a look at the scene. Let it play out in your mind. Is there any energies around anybody that you're seeing here that you recognize in this lifetime? Trust what you're getting. How are these people dressed? We're now going to go to where you would sleep at night. Now that might be in a lovely cozy house, or it might be in the street, in woodland. Take notice, but stay in your bubble. Where do you sleep? Who is around you? Are you around family, friends, or nobody? We're now going to ask you, depending on your age, if you was a child, Do you see your mother, father, brother, sister, aunties, uncles, cousins? Take notice of who is around you. If you are an adult, are you married? Do you have a husband? Do you live with your mum and dad? And do you help out where you can with your mum and dad? Take notice who's around you and trust what you get. We're now going to go to an area where you would cook a dinner or cook something to eat, or maybe you have servants and they cook for you. Maybe you are the one that does all the cooking. What sort of ovens is there, if any? Or is it just over flames? Take notice of what the kitchen looks like, the pots and the pans. Now ask yourself any other questions that you feel would be relevant to know. Ask that in your mind. So if you are married, do you have children? If you are a child, do you know who your parents want you to marry? Sometimes that was the case back then. What is the routine of your day? From the moment that you wake, what is your day like? Let your mind wander through that day that's typical for you. If you can feel a name coming for yourself or for anyone else, please just make a notice of it. So I'm going to leave you for a moment to wander around the area that you live, your home, the people around. I'm going to give you a few moments there, and then we're going to move further on in this particular lifetime. Okay? In this lifetime, are you happy at the age that you are? Are the people around you happy? Do you work? All those questions. Staying in your bubble, we are now going to move further on in this lifetime. So here we go. The bubble is lifting. And we're doing 3, 2, 1. Further on in this lifetime. Now, where are you? What are you doing? How old are you-ish? You don't have to be exact. How much older are you? Are you married? Do you have children? So ask these questions. Okay, now we're going to move forward to your passing. And remember to stay inside the bubble. So you're watching how you passed away in this lifetime. Remember, this is a memory. This isn't anything to be frightened of. This isn't just watching. Did somebody take your life? Or did you pass away naturally? Was it an accident? Who is around you if you are passing away? In a bed, who is around you? So as you feel your body now drifting away from the physical there in this lifetime, you're watching as your body starts to lift away and blend up and up, and we're going to the heavenly realms now, where that soul, yourself, will greet the other souls from your past life, from your any lifetime. You are now greeted with love and happiness and excitement and the feeling of being proud of you for going through this lifetime, experiencing what has happened in this lifetime, what you've learnt. You may see some familiar faces from your life, like now, maybe older relatives. Greet them as you would. And now I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And we're now coming back. 1, 2, 3. You're saying goodbye to these wonderful people. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Start to feel your fingers and your toes. 8, 9, 10, and you are back. So the best advice I can give you is to get yourself a journal somewhere to write, and write down all the things that you can remember while it's fresh in your mind. Bullet points, okay? Now, if you was talking maybe a friend into this, write down what you saw as you were journeying with them. Sometimes there's things that you're picking up and it's like, yeah, I saw that and I saw this, and did you see that? There's going to be a lot of that going on, which is really intriguing when you see that. So now that you know what you may have experienced and why, it may make sense to you in this lifetime. And it's really time to let go of it. Let go of the anxiety, the hate, all of these things, okay? It's done. It's finished with. So I want you to visualize grabbing, see your solar plexus, that's just above your navel. Visualize that there are roots that are going into that area. They've rooted themselves there, and it really is feeding a negative energy. So I want you to visualize you're pulling the roots out, and you're pulling it out, and the roots are all there, and you then visualize it changing into a balloon, and you let go of the balloon, i.e., all of that anxiety. You're seeing the balloon lift, 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 and you're watching as it disappears into the sky. And with it, all of that pain and heaviness and all of that you don't need to bring into this lifetime is now clear. Big sigh. Know that you've done a really good job, whether you're helping someone else or whether you did this yourself, or both. So, not that I do it at the same time. If you're the anchor of somebody doing this and you're talking them through, then you stay vigilant. You don't go anywhere. You don't go on that journey. You may see what they're seeing, but you are in control, stayed, there. And so you can then do this process yourself another time, or swap over. Think about that. Anyway, that's your class for this month. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you if you are watching this on VIP. Greg and I appreciate you very, very much. Okay, anyway, take care, and I will see you on the next video. If you have signed up for that, I'll be doing the meditation, and the meditation is going to be about abundance and getting rid of any blockages that are stopping you from getting your best life possible. So I'm looking forward to doing that video now. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.